Hi everyone, I'm Beth with Bodies by Pilates, and today we're going to go through a side lying leg series. So you don't need any props for today's class other than your mat or the floor. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're just going to come down onto one side. And again, there's lots of different ways you can do this. So some people like to prop their head up. I am somewhere in between. Sometimes people like to lie all the way down. I kind of bend my arm sometimes and hold it this way. You're going to take that bottom leg and just bend it at a 90-degree angle and then pull up on your bottom obliques. So if you feel yourself sort of just laying into your mat, you want to pull up. You're going to take your top leg and take it to your hip height and then relax your top shoulder. So automatically just check to see if your hip is pointed up towards the ceiling. It should be pointed forward towards your camera. Okay, from here, you're going to lift and lower. And so when we lower our leg, we only want to lower it to that hip height. So we never bring it all the way down to really let it relax. We want to keep it engaged the whole time. Good, so you're lifting and lowering here. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up there, and then it's just a little pulse, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. So not a lot of rocking here. Again, check to see if you started to lean back at all on those hips. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it there. It's a little circle forward. And then just check on those bottom obliques. And now reverse your circle, taking it back. Little circles backwards. All right, we're going to bring it back down to that hip height. We're going to bend it in and then just take it out. So when you bend it in, just make sure that the knee stays lifted. It stays on the same plane as that hip. You bend in and out. You're leading with that heel. Last 4 and 3. The last 2. Last one, hold it here. I want you to take it 1 inch forward and 1 inch back. 1 inch forward and 1 inch back. So try not to let this knee fall. Remember, it's staying at that hip height, and the initiation of the move is coming from the glute. You've got 4, 3, 2. Last one, take it long. Remember, it's at hip height. Now sweep it forward and sweep it back. Flex it forward and point it back. Good. Flex and point. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one forward here. Drop your toe and lower it and lift it. Lower, lift. Just pull this hip back to make sure that you haven't fallen forward. It's a lower and lift. 4 more. 4. This is a doozy. 3, it really hurts. 2. The last one, take that foot parallel, bend that knee, and then take the knee to knee and heel to heel without falling off of your hips. So you're working on your internal and external rotation. This is so good. You've got it. Last 4 and 3. Last 2 and last 1. Good. Bring it back so that it's hovering over that bottom leg. Lower it and lift it. So the knee and the heel stay on the same plane. These are actually your book openers, so not to be confused with your clams. Relax that top shoulder, pull up on those bottom obliques. You've got 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. Soles of the feet together. Shift the heels back. This is your clam. You close it and open it and close and open. So good. Last 4, squeeze. The last 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Lower those legs. Just tap out that hip And then this time I want you to take the legs long. I want you to lift that top leg, bend it here. And then I want you to press it back and release it. Push it back and release. Press, release. So you're trying to keep it lifted. It's this little catch between the glute and the hamstring. Press, release, press, release. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Lower that leg, take it to the front corner. Lift that top leg. So you've got a little bit of a curve here. You're not in a direct straight line. And then you're going to bring the bottom leg to meet it. So working the inner thighs and lower to hover. So it lowers to hover and then it lifts and lowers and lifts. This is 4, 3, 2. The last one. Hold it here. Separate those legs and then lift here. Lift. So you're getting your obliques in there too. Lifting and lowering. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Go ahead, bring those legs together. It's a 10 count here. Just hovering those feet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those legs. Tap out that hip. I hope you felt that. I definitely did. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rotate onto our other side. If you are really hurting and you need to do a stretch here, feel free to do a stretch. Otherwise, we'll do it at the end. We're going to come down, same thing. We're going to go ahead and find our position that works for us, bending that bottom leg, taking that top leg nice and long at hip height, and then lifting it and lowering it from there. So again, just pulling up on those bottom obliques, super easy to start to relax into your mat, but you're always thinking of pulling yourself off. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold this one up. It's that 1 inch up, 1 inch down. So checking to make sure the hip is pointed forward, not up towards your ceiling. And that it's not a big rock here. It's just 1 inch, 1 inch. Beautiful. All right, 4 more. 3, 2. Hold it at the top here. You're going to do your little circles. So little circles in one direction, just moving the hip in the hip socket. 3, 2, 1, and then in that reverse order. So in the opposite direction. Good. Little circles. We want to go both directions every time we rotate. Excellent. Holding it here, bringing it down to that hip height, bending it in, and then stretching it out, pushing through the heel. It comes in, it goes out, and in, and out. So your top arm is your kickstand. It's just keeping you sort of stable here. Hips are drilled one on top of the other. Shoulders are on top of the other. You've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. It's 1 inch forward, 1 inch back. So like the other side, we want to initiate from the back of the leg. So we're trying not to use the glute, or excuse me, the quad, but to use the glute. And then just check back in. Have you started to relax into your mat? Are your shoulders punching up? 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and take it long. We're going to sweep it forward so it stays at that hip height, point it back past your midline, flex it forward, sweep it back. And it's a flex and a sweep. Good. Flex and point. 4 more. 4, keep it lifted. And 3, just moving from the lower body. 2, we're going to hold this one in front. So it's at hip height, drop that leg, lower it. lift it. Ooh, this is the one that is a killer for me. And lift, lower, and lift. You've got it. So good. Almost there. Last 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Hold it right here. Bend that leg. We're going to do that internal, external rotation. So it's knee to knee, heel to heel. Knee to knee, heel to heel. So my first one, I saw a lot of movement. I was coming off that hip. So I'm trying to just keep it isolated here. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2. The last one. Hold it right there. We've got our book openers. We close it and open it. So you could literally hold a book on that shin because the knee and the heel are on the same plane. Good job. 4 more. 4, and 3, 2. Last one, you're going to hold it up there. Soles of the feet come together. You shift the heels back so they're in line with your body. You close that clam and open it and close and open. I just pulled my lower obliques up because I noticed I was getting a little lazy there, a little slumpy. You got it. Last 4, and 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Lower those legs. Tap out that hip. Ooh, man. All right. Take those legs long. Bend that top leg. So again, you're aligned in this parallel line here, pulling up those bottom obliques. I just want you to press that back leg back. It's a little catch and a little release. A little catch and a little release. Push. So now working sort of the glute max. We've been focused on that glute med. So right on the outside of the hip. Now we're just getting the little hitch between the glute max and the hamstring. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead. Take that leg long. Shift those legs to the front of your mat. Lift that top leg. And then bring your bottom leg to meet it. So now we're working the internal or the inner thighs, excuse me, and then lower it to hover. Lift it, lower it, lift, and lower. Lift, lower. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. Separate those legs and then lift them and lower. Lift. Lower to hover, and lift, and lower, lift, lower. 4 more. 4, 3. We're so close. 2. Last one. Hold it here. Bring them back together. It's a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those legs. Whoa. All right, good job, everyone. Let's rotate onto our back and let's give ourselves a figure 4 stretch. So that was awesome. So bend those knees and then just take your right leg over. It's a little lower than that kneecap. You don't want to be like right on top of it. And then press that knee out. Try to keep the shoulders down. So try not to round them or hunch them up and flex this right foot. Bring the legs in towards the chest. You've got to release the glutes. So even if you don't do your stretches with me, just make sure you stretch because all of that contraction, you have to release it or it's just gonna hurt. So give it a big pull in by using the left leg to pull the legs closer in towards the chest. And then let's switch it out. So you can do multiple stretches. We're just gonna do this quick figure 4 stretch right now. So this is always my tighter side. So sometimes I don't even need to lift. In fact, I probably can't even lift it today because I've done a couple of classes. But you want to bring the legs in towards the chest, giving the back glute max and the glute med as much of a stretch as you possibly can. One more stretch. Let's just do our butterfly stretch. So internal or inner thighs, outer thighs. just open everything up. You did a lot of hip rotation there for internal, external rotation, keeping the hips healthy. Moving in every direction is so important. Bring those legs back together. Just come onto your side and slowly press yourself up. That was awesome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. There's many, many more videos out there on my YouTube channel, so please check them out. I hope to see you back here real soon, and I hope you enjoyed these videos.